Uh, Hello and welcome to Global Investment Real Estate and Residency Show Phase 3. This exclusive event is brought to you by TEG Group, a company that organizes live and online events. I'm director and co-founder and a part of this exceptional team. My name is Abdul Basit and I'm your host this evening. Before I go ahead, I want to tell everyone who has joined until now that you can actually listen to these presentations and the whole webinar session into English and French. There's a button called interpretation at the bottom of your screen. Please press it and you can select the language of your choice. By the end of this webinar, you will know how to invest securely in Caribbean countries and get citizenship and secure the future of your family. We have been joined by industry leading companies in the industry who will guide you and show you the best options and procedures available. First company joining us today is CS Global Partners. CS Global Partners is legal advisory specialized in residency and citizenship by investment solutions. CS Global Partners proudly holds 2 government mandates to market their investor immigration programs. Second company joining us is Aura Caribbean. Aura Caribbean is a part of Aura Developers, has a proven record of creating beautiful environments that balance exceptional thinking with enduring sensitive design. Aura Caribbean's first luxury resort in Grenada opened on December 1st, 2018, with a prominent location on one of the world's most magnificent beaches. Please feel free to ask your questions in question and answer section at the bottom of your screens and in chat option on YouTube. We will answer all your questions after the presentation. With that, I would like to introduce the first speaker of this evening, Ms. Inga Valerie Wellings, representing CS Global Partners. Inga is a business development manager of CS Global Partners Dubai office, one of many international hubs for a leading international investor immigration advisory. Inga specializes in providing citizenship by investment and residency solutions for diverse and high net worth client base with a focus in the Middle East region. Fluent in English, Russian, and Italian, Inga is economist, anthropologist, humanitarian with very good people skill. She has extensive management experience with vision, planning, and execution as her strongest points. Hello, Inga. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you, Abdul. Great presentation. Thank you so very much. Great introduction. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
And I'm looking forward to this webinar.
Thank you so much. We have a few people already joined who are actually waiting for your presentation. So kindly share your screen and let's start.
Let's start this presentation. Good evening, everyone who joined us today for this event. My name is Inga Valerie Wellings, and I represent Dubai office of CS Global Partners. Today, we will be discussing second citizenship and why it is 21st century wealth protection policy. Let us explain what it is, a second citizenship. It is a legal process through which successful applicant can receive a second nationality through a significant financial investment into the economy of a chosen country. It is a full citizenship for himself and his family should he wish to add them to their application. Last year, many business people across the globe are made vulnerable in their home countries by phenomena outside of their control, including unanticipated political and economic upheaval, unexpected changes of legislation, travel restriction, or sudden disease outbreaks, or sanctions, as we know. Informed invested migrants, however, from around the world who have invested into alternative citizenship are being able to increase the global mobility, diversify their assets, and ensure access to a safer, healthier environments for themselves and their families. High level of interest in Caribbean citizenship by investment programs show that more and more wealthy business people from around the world are looking into Caribbean for a second citizenship solution. Let us just to paint a picture in broad strokes about St. Kitts and Nevis's CBI program. This is the oldest program. It is the cradle of a CBI industry. This program was established in 1984, and we're talking about 30 years and plus of serving business community and its nation. This program is known as a platinum standard within industry. Citizens of this country enjoy access visa-free or visa on arrival to 155 plus countries and territories. This is the only CBI program that guarantees fast track route to the citizenship, where successful applicant from receiving the application to getting their passport can pass only 60 days. They can become citizens in just 60 days. Investors contribute to a sustainable growth fund that has a positive, proven impact on the nation. This program has become increasingly popular upon Northern African businessmen due to local currency being pegged to a stable US dollar, as well as high quality healthcare and education opportunities. Dominica. Dominica is one other Caribbean CBI program established in 1993. This is a program with a pedigree and reputation. It is why it has been ranked for the 4th consecutive year one as a top CBI program in the world. Citizens of this country enjoy visa-free travel and visa on arrival access to around 140 countries and territories. This country is known as a Garden of Eden and hidden gem of the Caribbean. It does have a numerous 5-star hotels and resorts if the real estate option is chosen by the client, as well as offering a direct, straightforward contribution option of investment into economic diversification fund. This country is committed to sustainability, well-being, and becoming completely climate resilient nation. Both of those countries have a close ties to the United States and United Kingdom. These countries are members of United Nations, Commonwealth of Nations, the Organization of American States, the CARICOM, and other international organizations. Partner nations can see that governments of Dominica and St. Kitts and Nevis are tirelessly working to protect international open borders, integrity of CBI programs, and countries' reputations. Wealth protection policy and why second citizenship is so important in that. If you are able, when you have a second citizenship, you are able to make a significant investment without government's interference, pay taxes on your own terms, move your finances around the world without the hustle, safeguard your wealth in secure location, conduct seamless international banking, and optimize your businesses on a global scale. And you can say that you are truly and genuinely financially independent. There are a few more benefits that you can enjoy when you obtain citizenship from Dominica and St. Kitts and Nevis. We will talk about them further on in details. Asset diversification, as we just mentioned, you can, with a second citizenship, you can extend your global reach, you can safeguard your assets against economic and political volatility in the country of your origin. you can enjoy a business-friendly environment with a strong incentives for business people and investors. And your second citizenship is a hedge against uncertainty and risk. Caribbean countries are known to be some of the most affordable CBI programs in the industry. As you can see on this slide, Dominica Economic Diversification Fund will require an investment over $100,000 for main applicant, and family of 4, immediate family of 4, will require an investment of $175,000. St. Kitts and Nevis, one main applicant is $150,000. And please take a note of a limited time offer that is about to expire on December 2021, in 6 months' time, whereas an immediate family of 4 can become a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis for just $150,000. Caribbean programs have all adopted a similar streamlined models of program processing. Applicants for Dominica or St. Kitts and Nevis need not to sit or undergo mandatory interviews. They don't have to pass culture, or history, or language tests. You don't have to have a minimum level of business experience, or don't have to have a proven track record of achievements. Dominica and St. Kitts and Nevis provide you with the fastest application process, subject to the due diligence applicants' due diligence outcome. Successful applicant can become a citizen in as little as 3 months. St. Kitts and Nevis, as we mentioned before, has a guaranteed fast-track route to citizenship, where successful applicant can receive a citizenship is in as little as 60 days from the application submission. Please make a note that it is available for an additional cost of $25,000 for the main applicant. Mobility, we already did say that new citizenship from Dominica and St. Kitts and Nevis gives an access to the wide range of the countries, and it means in business terms, access to 15 major business hubs, to millions of new potential business customers. Applicants for these 2 programs need not to travel before, during, or after the application process. More than that, passport will be delivered to you to the address that you state in your application. It is that easy. It significantly reduces the trouble and burden for easy investors. Let us take a look into the family, or what we call in the industry application structure. A main applicant can include in the application the spouse, children, parents, grandparents. Please take a note of the age of the parents and grandparents. And Dominica will offer you a chance to include into your application even a spouse of the parent or grandparent. More than that, siblings of the main applicant or the spouse can be included into the same application, and it is subject to fulfillment of a certain conditions. For example, siblings cannot be married or have a child. Safety. The Caribbean nations of Dominica and St. Kitts and Nevis offer the safest refuge from today's COVID crisis. These both countries did not have a death related to COVID, and the number of infections that they have received are neglectable. 19, if I remember correctly, in Dominica, which is neglectable. Caribbean nations have an advantage of being able to control quickly closed ports of entry, and they have hospitals and health centers that are not overburdened. Healthcare infrastructure is bolstered by CBI funding. Well-being. And of course, we know that these islands are the most beautiful in the Caribbean. We all need a place to enjoy what we like the most. And some of our clients prefer to retire to these countries and enjoy the beauty and maybe a new business opportunities that are available to them. Caribbean nations are home of the friendliest and the most resilient people in the world. With the citizenship of Dominica and St. Kitts and Nevis, one can be sure to be welcomed with open arms. We will talk about details of these programs. Economic Diversification Fund of Dominica will require $100,000 for the main applicant and the spouse $150. Main applicant with family of 3 will require investment of $175,000. Kindly please take a note that there are additional fees like legal fees and passport fees and application fees that are applicable in this. Pre-approval real estate. Pre-approval real estate, our client will need to buy a property from government-approved property developer and keep it to their name from 3 to 5 years, after which this property can be sold and retain the citizenship. Details of St. Kitts and Nevis Sustainable Growth Fund will require, as we say, there is a limited time offer of $150,000 for the family of 4 to become citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis. Otherwise, it is $150,000 for just one main applicant. Pre-approved real estate, an independent investment into the real estate of St. Kitts and Nevis will require $400,000, and this property should be kept in your name for 5 years. If you wish to make a joint investment, this investment should be kept for the minimum of 7 years and will require $200,000 from each investor. Let us talk about the details of application process. Needless to say, you cannot apply directly. You need to choose your applicant or your agent. In this case, we are offering the services of CS Global Partners. We are happy to be connected. We are happy to get your inquiry, your questions by any means, by email, by phone or WhatsApp. Just ask us the questions. We will help you to choose a program that's suitable just for you. In CS Global Partners, we are accustomed to deal with the most difficult cases, and we definitely have a solution for each and every client. We will prepare and submit your application according to our guidelines and make sure that it is perfectly, perfect. The compliance unit expert will scrutinize this application and pass it through a very thorough due diligence process, which is extremely important in application for any passport in this industry. Step 4, you will receive a letter confirming that your application is being approved, which we call approval in principle. Then and only then you will need to make your investment into the government fund or pre-approved real estate or other option where they are available and wait for the bank clearance of your fund. Next step for you will be receiving your citizenship certificate, which is basically your next citizenship, your second citizenship. CS Global Partners will apply for your passport and send it to you to the address that you have stated. It is basically the application process. As we said, in a fast track, it will take as little as 60 days, or if you go the normal route, it will take from 3 months, 90 days. CS Global Partners is a leading international and marketing advisory firm that promotes citizenship by investment programs on global scales. It is at CS Global Partners, we focus on the programs that we believe brings win-win solutions to governments and prospective citizens alike. As a trusted advisor, CS Global Partners cultivates durable relationship with clients to assist in reevaluating their residency and citizenship portfolio in response to the evolving global situations and individual needs of the client. Business people around the world looking to strengthen their existing wealth protection, improve their global mobility, or safeguard their future of their families will definitely benefit from investing in a second citizenship. And we are here to provide you with guidance and help that is needed to achieve your citizenship goals. My name is Inga Valerie Wellings. Please take a note of our contact details. Visit us in our offices around the world, or just send us an email. We will be happy to provide you with expert advice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Inga. Thank you for the lovely presentation. We have a few questions for you, if you don't mind.
Don't mind at all. Please shoot away.
Great. The first question that we received is that you mentioned real estate. Will I lose my citizenship if I sell my property?
Oh, no, not at all. The short answer is no. No. You will need to have this property in your name according to the guidance of the program from 3 to 7 years. But after that, if you wish to, you can sell your property and retain your citizenship.
Great. Thank you so much. Second question is that how do I know if I'm eligible? So what is the eligibility criteria?
Okay. How do you know if you are eligible? A person who wants to apply for citizenship should be above 18 years old, in good health and good character, should be financially stable, and should be basically willing to support the country's policy, and should be able to pass due diligence. Basically, due diligence is one of the processes that is vetting the most difficult one for our clients. You need to have a clean police record in the country of your residence or your origin for the last 10 years. So this is what.
Thank you. Thank you. The next question is that how long do I need to live in St. Kitts and Nevis to get the passport?
As we say, and this is basically one of the winning aspects of Caribbean programs, that applicant does not need to visit or to stay in the country of his choice, whether it is St. Kitts and Nevis or Dominica, at any time, any length of time. You don't need to visit. Everything is done remotely. But of course, we do recommend you visit the country of your choice and country of your new nationality. It is beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. You answered this question, but I think the gentleman missed it. So if you can kindly repeat, how fast is the application? How long does the application take?
Well, it is one of the fastest application process in the industry. We are talking about fast track in St. Kitts and Nevis, which offers you a possibility to become a citizen in just 60 days if you wish for additional cost. Otherwise, we are talking about 90 days. To be very, very conservative, we will maybe mention 6 months. So from 3 months to 6 months. And that is, of course, depending on the outcome of due diligence of the client.
Got it. Thank you. Last question, and it is very interesting, actually. So will I apply separately and my wife separately?
Oh, no. No, short answer is no. The wife normally does go as a part of a main applicant's application, and it's basically how the family goes through, unless you really wish to have a separate application. But otherwise, you, your wife, your children, your parents, your unmarried siblings, and even the spouse of your parent or grandparent can be a part of one application. This is when we are talking about Caribbean countries being dedicated to the family unity.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Inga, for answering these questions. We don't have any more questions for you right now, but if we do, we'll definitely get back to you with those questions. Thank you so much for the lovely presentation, and thank you for joining us.
Please, it's my pleasure.
Thank you. With that, people who are joining us right now, I would request you to go to interpretation if you want to listen to us in French. We do have a French simultaneous translation happening for this webinar today. With that, I would like to introduce our next speaker for this evening, who is Mr. Richard Hallam, joining us all the way from Grenada and representing Aura Caribbean. Richard is a dual citizen of Grenada and Great Britain. His 30 years of work experience have taken him to every continent, but his home for last 15 years is on the Caribbean island of Grenada. Originally a hotelier, Richard branched out into development, real estate, and more recently business advisory. He has played a multifaceted role in the development scene of Grenada, working initially in the acquisition and development of multi-use projects, and later with the government and developers in the creation of Grenada CBI, Citizenship by Investment Program, as a special advisor to the Inward Investment Office. Richard has seen a Caribbean CBI program from concept to operation and worked alongside government, CIU offices, agents, and developers. He's an approved marketing agent for the Grenada CBI program, and with his direct insider on island knowledge and close working relationship with all major developers and local agents, he currently holds the position of CBA Director of Aura Caribbean, developers of Silver Sands, Grenada. Hello, Richard. How are you?
That was so well done, Abdul. Every time, did you write that yourself? It was
well,
beautiful.
I'm practicing every time. Thank you so much for that. Before I let you start your presentation, we have few people raising their hands, so I would kindly request you to please ask your questions in Q&A session, and we will definitely answer your questions right away. Richard, we are ready to see your presentation.
Thank you. Well, first of all, bonjour tout le monde. C'est un plaisir d'être ici avec vous tous. I will not do my whole presentation in French. It would be scatty at best, but I'd like to welcome you all. And if you'll permit me now, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to jump right into the presentation.
Please do.
Okay, so thank you to Inga, first of all, who very eloquently explained the citizenship programs of the Caribbean, which is where I am today. Aura Caribbean is an approved developer of the Grenada Citizenship by Investment Program, which basically means that we have passed very stringent government requirements, and we are now permitted to build and develop and construct hotel properties and then allow investors like yourselves to join our company, invest in our company, which also allows you to apply for Grenadian citizenship. So I'm going to do a brief introduction about Grenada, where we are. I have a little video, which I would love to all you to watch, which will take you to Grenada and help you understand a little bit about who we are and where we are. And then we'll talk a little bit more about the program itself and the various benefits. So if we go straight now, I will play the video, if you will indulge me for 2 minutes.
Caribbean offers an outstanding opportunity for you and your family to benefit from Grenada's Citizenship by Investment program. Having successfully completed the construction of the award-winning Silver Sands Origin Hotel and Residences, Caribbean is now offering a unique and limited Citizenship by Investment opportunity. Our parent company, Aura Developers, are one of the leading premium property developers in the world. Our extensive portfolio includes landmark developments in Egypt, Greece, Pakistan, and Cyprus. Our next two Grenadian projects, Silver Sands Legacy and Beach House by Silver Sands, are the latest ventures in a long line of successful lifestyle destinations and the first to benefit from the country's renowned Citizenship by Investment program. A Grenadian passport opens up a world of freedom for you and your family, offering visa-free travel to over 140 countries worldwide, including China and Russia, plus a direct route to US residency through the E2 visa program. There are no investor nationality exclusions and no residency requirements. Make a safe and secure investment with Aura Caribbean, and you can benefit from a hassle-free and transparent exit strategy after 5 years with our full investment buyback. Never before has a developer made a commitment to return 100% of the investment funds to the investor. Aura Caribbean is redefining citizenship by investment. Join our journey. Our dedicated Citizenship by Investment program offers you access to one of the world's most coveted passports and endless possibilities for you and your entire family. An investment in Aura is an investment in Grenada. An investment in Aura is an investment in your family's future.
So they say a picture tells 1,000 words. So hopefully that gave you a little insight into the small Caribbean island of Grenada. So if I move now, continue with the slideshow. So here we are. So this is the Caribbean basin. You can see in the little square above on the world map that we are, or you are over here. And Grenada is just a hop across the Atlantic. We're one of the smallest islands in the Caribbean. We have a population of just 110,000. We are a former British colony, but now obviously an independent Commonwealth country. A tri-island state of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Grenada is an incredibly safe, friendly island country. I often tell the story that when I travel, my car is parked at the airport and my keys are just under the visor in the vehicle. It's not a country where you need to worry overtly about any kind of crime. It's more like it's like a small village, I guess is the best way to describe it, where everybody knows everybody and everybody knows everybody's business. In saying that, we have excellent airlift. We've got a beautiful 10,000-foot long runway, which can carry all kinds of large, heavy jet service. So we have in-season direct flights from Miami, direct flights from New York on a daily basis. We have direct flights from Toronto in Canada, Charlotte in the United States. We have 4 flights a week out of London, and we also have a seasonal service out of Frankfurt. So very easy to get to Grenada. I always say that you can pretty much get to Grenada from anywhere in the world with just 2 flights. I would imagine from Algeria, Morocco, you would probably transit either through London or through New York if you can get there, and then it's just a direct flight into Grenada. So as you probably saw in the video, Grenada is a relatively mountainous, a former volcanic island. So we have some great high peaks, which contain beautiful rainforests and rivers. And then we've got some amazing white and black lava sand beaches, rivers and waterfalls. Here's just a brief snapshot of some of the outlooks of Grenada. We have the world's first underwater sculpture park that you see in the bottom right, the rivers and waterfalls that I spoke of, and then we also have St. George's University, which is the largest medical university in the Americas and has one of the highest pass rates of the MCAT entry exam of any university in the Americas. 1 in every 100 doctors in the United States graduated in Grenada at St. George's University. So Grenada and the Grenadian passport, why would you be interested in a second citizenship in Grenada? If you take, for example, the Algerian passport or the Moroccan passport, you have approximately 50 countries that you can access visa-free throughout the world. By obtaining a second citizenship in Grenada, all of a sudden you have 144 countries that you can access with your Grenadian passport, visa-free throughout the world. And this includes all of the Schengen countries in Europe. It includes the United Kingdom. It includes Russia, and it even includes China, visa-free, one of only 6 countries in the world. So you have much more increased global mobility by applying for and receiving a Grenada passport. We are also the only Caribbean citizenship country that has a United States E2 visa treaty. What that means is if you become a Grenada citizen, you are able and eligible to apply to the United States through the E2 visa treaty to work and live in the US with your family as long as you maintain a viable business. The cost of this is not insignificant, but nothing like the EB5 program. You may apply and have eligibility under the E2 for around $100,000 US, and the process takes around 3 months. So it's a relatively easy and relatively affordable, when compared with the other options, gateway into the US for you and your family, and also for your children into US schools as long as they're under the age of 21. As we've already spoken about Grenada, we are in the Commonwealth of Nations. We are a democratically elected government. We follow the British parliamentary system. Our Court of Appeal is the Privy Council in London. Our currency is the Eastern Caribbean dollar, which is shared with 7 other countries in the Caribbean, and it has been tied to the US for the past 30 years, so a very, very stable currency. As with many of our other sister islands, we have a myriad of business opportunities in the Caribbean, in tourism, in agriculture, and in many other sectors. And as we already saw, we have a world-class educational facility in St. George's Medical and Veterinary University. So Aura Caribbean, if you decide that Grenada is the citizenship of your choice, why should you choose Aura Caribbean? There's a few very good reasons. Aura Caribbean have already constructed, built, and are operating Silver Sands in Grenada. Silver Sands is a beautiful hotel, has 43 hotel rooms and 8 exquisite turnkey villas. We're situate right on Grand Anse Beach, which is one of, or consistently voted one of the best beaches in the world. So we are an operator of an existing hotel property. We are the developer of an existing hotel property in Grenada. We are also the sister company of Aura Developers, as you saw from the video. Now, Aura Developers have projects in Egypt. They have projects in Greece. They have projects in Cyprus. And they have projects in Pakistan. So they are a much more or a larger international company. And so we have a pedigree of development. We are a development company. We are not a CBI company. And in Grenada, we have a 5-year, 500 hotel room business plan. So we have 5 sites in Grenada. Over the next 5 years, we intend to start the development of 5 new hotel properties. Silver Sands was the first one, and the next one is the project that I'm about to introduce to you, which is called Beach House. So here we have, again, a map of the world with Grenada, a little close-up of the island, and then a real zoom in into the southern part of the island, where you can see the 5 properties that we already own, the sites, that we are intending to develop over the next 5 years. The south of the island is really the tourist hub of the island, very close to the international airport, with some amazing, beautiful beaches. This is, as you saw again in the video, an aerial shot of Silver Sands, Grenada. This is the property that we completed in 2018 that is operational now. You can fly to Grenada and come and stay here. As you can see from the photograph, the hotel rooms, the hotel rooms are located between these 2 blocks here. We have the longest pool in the Caribbean, 100 meters long, spanning from the entry building all the way down to Grandance Beach. And then here we have these beautiful villas right onto Grandance Beach, which can be independently owned, full freehold. And then we have additional villas on the hillside overlooking the Caribbean Sea. So this was our first development in Grenada. It is an approved project of the Grenada Citizenship by Investment Program. However, in this instance, this was fully funded by the developer himself without any outside assistance. So as I mentioned, Silver Sands Villas are located right on the ocean, or the seafront, I should say. You literally walk out of your bedroom and you're there on Grandance Beach. And our hillside villas have the most amazing views of the Caribbean sunsets and of Grandance Beach itself. Those villas are available for purchase, and you are able to apply for a citizenship through the purchase of one of these villas. So let's talk about Beach House. Beach House is the next project that is being constructed and developed and will be operated by Aura Caribbean. Beach House is a small luxury boutique hotel which is nestled on a private beach and cliff face on the Caribbean Sea, and it is an approved development of the Grenada Citizenship by Investment Program. This is a photograph with the hotel rendered upon it. The hotel is currently under construction. Groundbreaking was in March of this year. We anticipate that vertical construction will start in October of this year, and all things being equal, the hotel will be open for Christmas 2022. It's a small hotel, it's only 31 rooms, so the construction cost is relatively low compared to other projects in the Caribbean. The construction timeline, the build timeframe is relatively small, so it enables us to be able to build and complete this hotel within 12 months. There are some more renderings of the hotel looking out towards the Caribbean Sea. You can see the beachfront villas and the cliffside villas. Here we have the restaurant right on the beach. This is the typical rendering of one of our hotel suites looking out into the Caribbean Sea. So what makes us different? What makes Aura Caribbean an attractive investment offering? We believe the original intention of the Citizenship by Investment Program in Grenada was to provide another source of funding hospitality developments into the country. The more hotel rooms a country has, the more airlift the country has, the more airlift, the more people, and the more people, obviously, the more spend from a tourism perspective. So the CBI program was originally intended to provide funding for those developers that were desirous of adding hotel rooms to the country. It was never intended to be a profit center for developers. So it was always intended to be a kind of loan facility, if you like, or a financing facility. So Aura Caribbean have approached this in the mind that you, the investor, are investing the minimum investment amount, which in Grenada is $220,000. There are additional government fees, and there are additional fees for due diligence, bank fees, etc. But you invest the $220,000 with Aura Caribbean. There is a mandated government holding period for 5 years. And at the end of the holding period, we will return your initial investment to you. So it's a full redemption. It's a buyback offer. You are becoming a shareholder in the development company. You are a shareholder in the company that owns the land, a shareholder in the company that owns the building. And at the end of the 5-year period, you redeem your share to the company, and the company will return your original 220 investment amount. What that basically means is we're offering a very transparent, risk-free, secure, 100% buyback by the developer of your original investment purchase price. So $220,000 invested and $220,000 returned to you at the end of the mandated holding period. What that would look like, for example, on a typical pro forma invoice for a family of 2 adults with 2 children under 16 years of old, you see all of the costs, the internal on-island costs that are listed there, which gives you a total cost, if you like, to you as the investor of under $300,000. A buyback at the end of the 5-year holding period gives you a net cost per person of just $18,000. So in summary, I think what we're offering to you is an unrivaled investment return. We don't believe that there's any development in the Caribbean that is offering a full investment buyback of your original investment amount. We are a company that has previously and successfully built, constructed, and operated hotels in Grenada, and you can come and stay in those hotels today. We have an international development portfolio of properties in 4 other countries. We have an operational Caribbean resort today in Silver Sands, and I encourage you to visit the website, which would be www.silversandsgrenada.com. The construction of our properties are not dependent on the CBI sales. As I already mentioned, we are not a CBI developer. So the construction of our hotels will carry on regardless of the CBI program. We are using the CBI program, as we already mentioned, as a short-term construction loan to help fund and offset the construction of the hotel, but we're not dependent on that. We're an incredibly financially secure company. Aura Caribbean's ultimate beneficiary is a gentleman by the name of Naguib Sawiris. Mr. Sawiris was born in Egypt. You will possibly know him because he is the owner of Orascom, which is the 5th largest telecommunications company in the world. He's also the owner of Euronews, which is the 3rd largest cable news network in the world. He's a very affluential and influential businessman in the Middle East, North Africa region. And he, at the end of the day, is the ultimate beneficiary and is the person behind the dreams and the goals and the aspirations of Aura Caribbean. He was the person that came here 5 years ago. He was the person that fell in love with Grenada and decided to invest in Grenada and make Grenada one of his second homes. And as I said, we are not a CBI developer. Mr. Sawiris is a gentleman that is not interested in making a small profit off a $220,000 investment. Mr. Sawiris's long-term goal is to have 500 hotel rooms in Grenada and to have a company that is operating those 500 hotel rooms and generating revenue from those 500 hotel rooms. And that is my presentation. Hopefully I covered all the main points. Hopefully you have a lot of questions. Please do visit the website, as you see there, auracaribbean.com, where you will be able to see the brochures. There are more videos, and there's even a cost calculator where you can estimate the cost of citizenship for you and your family. So I thank you, merci, for listening, and I look forward to receiving your inquiries. Thank you, Abdul.
Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you for lovely presentation and that video. I must say, it did say all the words you were about to say before you said that. So thank you so much for it. We do have a few questions, and Mr. Nabil is raising hand. Mr. Nabil, if you can kindly ask the question in Q&A section. And by the time we're waiting for the question, let me ask you the questions you already have. The first question is, can you please repeat the name of the university?
Certainly, the University is St. George's University in Grenada. It is a medical and veterinary university, but they also have master's and bachelor's programs in management and nursing.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And the next question is, how do I know it is legal?
Well, I mean, the Grenada CBI program is an entity that has been established by the government of Grenada. That program issues approval licenses for developers, for agents that are able to then use the program to raise funds and are able to solicit clients to the program. So if you go on the website, you will see that Aura Caribbean is an approved developer of the Grenada Citizenship by Investment program. You can go online and see the website, Aura Caribbean, the Silver Sands website, and I would encourage people to do their own due diligence. We can supply you with our certificates of approval and our letters of approval, and any other documentation or information that you feel that you require in order to feel comfortable.
Perfect. Thank you so much. The next question we have here is that after how long can I apply for E2 visa and how to get green card?
I mean, technically, you can apply immediately once you are a Grenadian citizen. There are some caveats in the documentation to apply for the US that you need to be able to prove a nexus to the country. So we always encourage people to at least visit Grenada, get the stamp in your passport, understand a little bit about the country before you apply for the E2. Once you apply for the E2 visa, you can live and work in the US as long as the visa is valid. So it's renewable every 5 years. And as long as the company that you are operating, and that can be something as simple as a hairdresser's, a nail salon, a gas station, a Starbucks franchise, as long as that company is valid and is affording you the right to live in the States, you can keep renewing the citizenship.
Perfect. Just to add one thing, that E2 is not an immigration program where you can get green card. It is not a residency program. Just to cover the final part of the question.
There are ways of converting an E2 into a green card, but I am not a US immigration attorney, so I would not want to speak too much on that. But I do know that it is possible under certain circumstances. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. The next question is, can you help me transferring money from Morocco for investment?
I'm not familiar with what the guidelines or the exclusions are for Moroccans in transferring money. Obviously, you know, we are operating a citizenship program, and we are inviting applications from all over the world. So there are people from all corners of the world, and we haven't yet had any issues with regards to bringing funds into the country.
Thank you so much. How many years will passport valid for? So I believe the gentleman is trying to ask that what is the validity of the passport?
A Grenada passport is valid for 5 years, and then you would automatically renew it every 5 years, either at your nearest embassy, your nearest consulate, or you can do it through secure mail directly in Grenada.
Just like any other passport?
Correct, yes.
Yeah. Do you guarantee buyback in writing?
Well, no, the word guarantee is one that I don't like to use in any citizenship program. As we often say, the only thing guaranteed in life is death and taxes. What we are offering is a 100% buyback redemption. So there are legal documents that you as an investor would sign that explain to you that you are purchasing a redeemable share in the company or a Caribbean, that share has a specific lifespan. And at the end of that 5-year period, as long as you redeem the share to the company will return your original investment amount. So it is in a legal structure, it is a legal contract, and it does talk exactly to that.
Perfect, thank you. Can I keep my passport or need to cancel it? I suppose they are asking about the existing passport.
That really depends upon your country and what the rules and regulations of your country are. Grenada recognizes dual and multiple citizenships. So you know, we are comfortable with people that have a Grenadian citizenship holding other citizenships. As to your specific country's rules and regulations, that would be down to the investor themselves to make sure that they were compliant with those.
Thank you. The next question is, what kind of documents are required?
It's very similar to a passport application in your home country, as I think Inga, you know, briefly touched upon with regards to the requirements for citizenship. You need to be able to provide a source for your funds. You need to be able to provide a source of income. You need to be able to provide a clean bill of health, passport photographs. There are, you know, passport and citizenship forms you need to fill in where you will talk about your educational career, your professional career, where you live right now. It's basically the same application as it would be for your home country. There may be a little bit more information that you're required to supply, such as a police certificate and a clean bill of health, things like that. But outside of that, it's not a complicated procedure. And you know, there are marketing agents on hand that are able to hold your hand and walk you through this procedure and assist you and inform you as to the correct documents that you need.
Thank you. Next question is, what is the rate of return of the investment?
You get all your money back. That's pretty much it. So you get 100% of your original investment back over the 5-year holding period. You do get, if you wish, to come and spend a week every year at the property in Grenada, either at Silver Sands or at the beach house. So you technically get 5 weeks vacation over the 5-year holding period. But yeah, the basic premise of this offer is you get all of your investment funds back, and there isn't anybody else in the Caribbean that is offering that.
Perfect, perfect. One question we have received for Inga. Inga, if I can ask you one final question, please. Which are the countries with the visa-free with the St. Kitts and Nevis passport?
Well, it is 155 countries that visa-free, 155 countries and territories visa-free for St. Kitts and Nevis. Well, you will require a visa for Canada, Australia, or USA. Otherwise, most of the world is your oyster. It is your pastures new, where you can freely travel to, where you can live, educate your children. It is as open as it never been before.
Thank you so much.
50 countries. We at CS Global Partners are happy to provide you with particular list should you wish to make a particular inquiry from your country for your family. We're absolutely happy to supply you with all the information and expert advice related just to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Richard, thank you for answering all these questions. If you have any final words, Richard.
No, just thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity to explain our various offers. And if anybody is interested in Grenada citizenship, I look forward to hearing from you. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you so much. And with that, we will be signing off and saying thank you to all of you who joined us today on Zoom and YouTube. If you still have any questions there, please write them to us on our WhatsApp, email, or on our social media. We have shared all the links of our social media, so please do follow us and ask us any questions you need. We will definitely pass them on to the speakers of this evening. You will be contacted very shortly by the Aura Caribbean and CS Global Partners. And if you have any questions after that, you can ask them directly as well. With that, I would like to say thank you to our speakers again. And I would like to say thank you to Xavier for translating it for us tonight.
Thank you, Xavier. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great evening ahead. Take care.
Thank you, Rich.